Buongiorno tutti, and again, ladies and gentlemen, I have to apologize for not speaking your language. I hope we get along with English. It seems to be that I'm the only German who dared to come to Italy on a day on the semi-final. So congratulations.
He suffered with us during the football match, and I'm sorry, but we won. Sorry.
A British journalist once said, "Football is a game 11 against 11, and in the end, Germany wins." From the German point of view, is a game 11 against 11, and Italy wins all the time. Okay, I'm invited to give some few views on what we are doing in Hanover concerning ICT technology, cluster works, and so on. And I have to admit I'm not the specialist for ICT. I'm more the specialist for energy solutions and automotive. So try to combine those parts, because when you look in your agenda here in Torino, both is important for you. You're a big place where cars are manufactured, and smart mobility topics and so on will touch you as well as us. So, why I'm here from Hanover, what is Hanover standing for? It's not only that we have I think the second biggest Baroque garden in Europe after Versailles, and it's not that we have the biggest trade fair in the world concerning ICT technology, the CeBIT, where Torino is a permanent guest, as far as I remember. No, forget Bill Gates and forget Steve Jobs. This guy here, this is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, and he invented the binary system. So, and he was mathematician and philosopher in Hanover, working at the for the king there. So it all started in Hanover. What are we doing? We are something like Torino Wireless on another level, not only looking at ICT. We are looking at the industry sectors of healthcare, automotive, energy solutions, production technology, and creative industries. We are a public-funded organization promoting startups, attracting or acquiring foreign investments, and trying to create projects with the established companies. So if anybody here wants to invest in Germany, perhaps Hanover is a good place to invest. We just got a big investment from Amazon. What we are doing within those projects, we are engaged in cluster initiatives like the automotive cluster, like an Hanover cluster of ICT. It's called Hanover IT, or because Hanover is the state capital of Niedersachsen, in a more federal context, with the IKN, the Initiative for ICT and Communication Technologies in Niedersachsen, to put the important topics on the agenda. So we are a connecting point. We are an initiative which helps others to get in contact with companies. To have a look what we are doing in ICT and mobility, we have to widen a little bit our perspective. Hanover is the capital, as I said, of Niedersachsen. Niedersachsen is that big. The metropolitan region of Hanover, Wolfsburg, Braunschweig, and Göttingen. Wolfsburg, there is a Volkswagen located, is comparable to Piedmont by the inhabitants and by the size. So, and we are a big place where the automotive industries is doing their jobs. And if you only look at those, and you will see in a few slides why I'm talking about this, is we have over 5,000 companies and nearly 200,000 employees working in this sector. 5.7% are working in research and development, and around 16 universities and over 430 faculties and departments are dealing with this sector. Braunschweig, our partners, our city 50 kilometers away, is the most R&D intensive region in Europe. If you compare the R&D investments by the gross domestic product. Major companies dealing worldwide are located in this region. This is why the suppliers, and it was a little bit the thing you said, how are we able to get in contact with the big ones? How can we deliver solutions there? We are trying to bring them together in a cluster, in a typical cluster, which is addressing the future topics. And the suppliers cluster, which is quite new, 1.5 year old, will focus the future mobility topics, and besides technology, production, smarter production, intelligent production, besides new products, the digital technology in the cars, and so on, the connected car to the environment, all this is, we want to try to elaborate these topics within this cluster: financial services, energy and communication, as I said, and of course lobbying and trying to get in touch with international companies, with international clusters, just for the small, medium-sized companies, and then to be able to gather a tender to apply for European funding. This is the aim of this cluster, and we are working here with communication competitions. We have a big topic to promote the young talents and to bring the young talents to the small and medium-sized companies, and in the end with project work. Are this good preconditions, for example, to get connected to e-mobility, for example? Because e-mobility is a big topic in Germany at the moment. This e-mobility topic is not driven by Germany's car companies because they focus a more traditional topic to drive the cars. It is triggered by China and by the world markets. And yeah, this is a picture we've taken when there was a charging point was opened here in the city of Hanover, and this is our Lord Mayor, and this is the CEO of the energy company in Hanover, and this is one of the R&D chiefs of Volkswagen, and they are looking a little bit skeptical if this will work. There are a lot of companies doing a lot of work around electromobility, battery technology, producing the machines, the motors, components, we have test beds, and so on. It seems to be that there's a good precondition for becoming an electromobility region. But this is not that easy as you think, because the risks are quite high to invest in a system with new technology in the car and in infrastructure. And the German government, they want to have 1 million electric cars on the German streets until 2020. And at the moment we have some 4,000, so that is a long way to go. And it is, of course, a long way to go, not only because the battery technology is not that evaluated and elaborated than it is in a traditional car with a traditional combustion engine. It is because of the infrastructure and the ICT. So the German government, they bring up a tender to become a test bed or a pilot region. It is called, when you translate it from German into English, shopping window electromobility. And everybody was asked to apply for this subsidies. 50 million, up to 50 million euro subsidy from the German taxpayers to flow into a region when you have an interesting approach to bring more electromobility in a certain region. This metropolitan region applied for this subsidies, and the major topic is and was and is that you have to combine the energy system together with the car system and the infrastructure. And these parts in between, of course, are major filled with ICT questions. All around this 3 points, these 3 layers, you have to invest in education, of course, and research and development. And luckily, we were one of 4 regions who won this shopping window electromobility. It was announced in the last days of March. So we are now in the position to bring all our projects to life. The other regions were Berlin, the capital of Germany, Bavaria, together with Saxony, and Baden-Württemberg. I think you can imagine why these 3 regions are selected. Here you have BMW and Audi located, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche, and here's Volkswagen. So the main German car manufacturers are addressed, and but you have to make your homework. It was not only to address, we have a car manufacturer around, please give us 50 million euros. You have to point out the projects, and you have to elaborate the projects. We applied with 37 projects, 19 of them in very value chain orientated, so that we addressed a project volume around 130 million euros, and we applied for subsidies of around 48 million euros. We are now in the second phases to work these projects out, and it will be not easy to get all the 48 million euros we applied for, because the German government will look very deep into these projects. Will they deliver solutions which are worth to finance or not? And if not, you will not get the money. So we will see how much of these 48 million euros we get in the end. We hope to have 1,200 cars on the streets of this metropolitan region. We will see if we will be successful until 2015. The major challenge of all these projects is ICT, to connect the car to the grid, to have smart grids which deliver green electricity, because electromobility is only CO2 free when you put in green electricity from solar, from wind, from all the other sources. To manage this, this is a very big challenge even for German companies and for all these companies. You know, perhaps that Angela Merkel after Fukushima said that Germany will step out of the nuclear power, and to push the green technology in the energy system, so that it is said we try to get 40% green electricity in the grids until 2020. If you take this into account, that our grids are not able to catch all this green electricity, that we have to invest in the big grids, we have to invest in the ICT technology to manage all this, and then to combine this with electromobility, with navigation systems. Where's the next charging point? Can I reach the charging point within the next 3 kilometers, or will I run out of energy and stay beside the highway and have to wait for somebody who helps me. These are big questions, and we hope to deliver the one or the other solution together with partners, and yeah, be a good partner here for contacts. Here you have some impressions of the region together with here the Deutsche Messe, wind energy, intelligent housing with PV, public transport, charging points here together with the minister of this federal state, certain cars, prototypes, etc. A lot is evolving now. 5,000 vehicles we try to have besides our project in the region until 2015, until 2016. We will see if we can have spin-offs out of our project. We think we will have we will bring 4.5 million visitors in contact with electromobility, and we try to bring 10,000 people or more than 10,000 people directly in contact, so that they can try an electric car and so on, that they are convinced by using these products. So we think that these are good, perhaps the best preconditions to get connected to e-mobility and, of course, to other ICT topics in financing in other industry sectors. So I hope I'm in time.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Gernot.